All right, hello and welcome back, everybody. This is Ace, and we are doing another episode. Let's see, last time we had some issues to fix, and I have fixed them. One of them was I wanted to make sure that when you come toggle and you pause at the same time, that it actually does what it expected to do, namely, the bot should be doing nothing but follow you. So if you do it like this, then all he should be doing is just follow you. Don't attack. Don't look at the enemies the wrong way. Just follow. Note that, remember that in the last video, we made a change where when you put them on come toggle, so they're not paused in any way, so they're just, following you. Then I implemented the function that they should also attack. And actually, let me go on the mage because it's easier to show you this way. So while they're following you, I expect them to cast all sorts of instant spells and instant poops. Yeah, so the mage should be doing some arcane explosions and whatnots. They should also be shielding, healing, that sort of thing. So all sorts of instant stuff. So let's say that I have them come toggled and I move past some mobs. Well, first of all, I need to be in combat with the mob, so it's not like he's going to just randomly decide to attack them. That's why I came on the mage. So I attack the mobs, and then you see now the companion, while he's trying to follow me, he's also using all sorts of instant cast spells. In this case, he's using AoEs, right? But let's say you don't want that to happen. What do you do? Well, first of all, you could say stop. And like I've explained in a previous video, when you put him on stop, he's basically going to behave like a bodyguard. So if someone were to attack us now in melee, the mage would probably Frost Nova him and shield himself if he's being attacked and that sort of thing. So that's all good, and you had these options, right? But I said that, well, what about the case where you just want them to follow you and do nothing? So in that case, you pause them and you come toggle them, not in that order necessarily, doesn't matter the order. So whichever order. So now when I go past these mobs and I attack them, I expect the bot to do nothing and just follow me, right? So now you have this option. Cool. So that is one thing. Then we had another issue where I noted here, when using focus mark, don't seek AoE independently and don't spread dots. Okay, so what does that mean exactly? Well, I want to make sure that if you go through the trouble of actually applying focus on a target, right, then it actually does what you expect him to do by the name of the action itself, focus target. So you want the companions to actually attack the thing and do the thing they're supposed to be doing. Like I've explained in a previous video, let's say you're normally attacking a target, and then for them to acquire a different target, first this one would have to die, but not necessarily. That's just like by default. And you can also change target either by doing start or pull, or by setting a focus mark. So if I set a focus mark, it'll just change to this other guy, right? So that's how you do it. Or when whatever he's attacking dies, then he'll check based on a priority list, whatever. And I said that for AoEs, I went through the trouble of making them figure out where is a better place for them to shoot those AoEs. Looking at how many enemies can they fit within the radius of the AoE. So for example, let's say we had 3 target dummies here and he would start AoEing them, and now we are in combat engaging 5 target dummies here, and then he would just realize that, hey, there's 5 here and 3 there, I should AoE these guys over here. And the problem was that if you had the focus mark like this, then I really do actually expect him to keep attacking the focus mark, irrespective of the fact that here there may be more targets to attack, with the idea again that if you focus target something, right, you go through this trouble, then you actually probably want that target to die. And there was also, well, I said that I would prevent dot spreading and AoEs, and I did prevent dot spreading, so things like Shadow Priest or Warlock or Shaman with the fire dot, whatever, shock, fire shock, flame shock, whatever. Right, they will not spread the dots if they had a focus target, for the same reason, like you really want this target to go down. But I did not prevent that for AoEs at all. So if there were actually some targets here that could be AoE, let's take this guy for example, then I still expect the mage to AoE these. Okay, so the reason why he's not attacking this is because this target is not in combat, which is correct. Because if that were to happen and you'd marked a boss in the preparing phase, then it would be very bad time for you, right? So the target needs to be in combat before, irrespective if it's focus mark or not, which is fine. And now if I AoE them to put them all into combat, because he will not AoE while these other guys are out of combat, yeah, just not to fuck with you. Right, so now you see he is doing AoEs, even though this target is focus marked, you expect it to take it down. And I decided, upon considering it, that it should probably work this way anyway, because what do you expect to happen when you hire a rogue? What do you expect from a rogue? For him to do single target damage, fine. But when you hire a mage, what do you expect him to do? Well, exactly what he's doing right now. Blizzards, AoEs, flame strikes, arcanes, explosions, whatnots, right? So it's just more common sense for him to use the AoEs. And from here, like, you have options. Even though I haven't implemented it yet, but you could toggle AoE the same as in vanilla, and they will stop using AoEs. They will just use single targets. Right now it's not implemented because I'm implementing them as I need them rather than as they already exist, because I'm trying to maybe not bring all the trash, you know, just bring what's actually useful and necessary. And you know, in this case, kind of all the commands kind of seem to be useful and necessary. But other things in the code, yeah, I kind of got rid of a lot of useless code and useless shit. But yeah, I'll probably bring that one back. So you'll toggle AoE and they'll just use single target. You could also just deny add the spells if, you know, that's kind of more involved because you have to deny a bunch of them. But I remind you that you can deny add like Flame Strike, Blizzard with a coma, right? So you can just chain them with the coma and you see that he would deny a bunch of stuff altogether. And you see he's not casting anything anymore. Well, he's casting the fire poops, whatever. It doesn't matter. Deny, remove all? Yes. To remove all the jazz. Cool. So that's the gist of that. But yeah, basically what I wanted with this most and foremost is that even though he has a bunch of targets there he could attack, if I put a focus mark here, then I really do want him to attack the damn thing and kill the damn thing. If you want to AoE on top of it, fine, whatever, you're a mage, do whatever you think. But don't like kind of disregard what I'm attacking, and we've seen that in, I think, the previous dungeon, and I mentioned it a couple of times, and it seemed rather detrimental because we were doing that under leveled, and the problem is when you're under leveled by 4 levels, 3-4 levels at least on the mobs, not only do they die harder because your chance to hit is lower, they also survive longer for the same reason in reverse. And you know, when you're fighting under leveled, you kind of need to pay a little bit more attention. So overall, like when you use AoEs, it's all good and dandy. Clearly the using AoEs in against large packs of enemies is beneficial because it deals more damage. But as we have seen and as I have pointed out, I think several times until now, it's great to have lots of damage, but it's also important to actually get the targets, to kill the targets, right? And I said that, well, because we have a group of AoE attackers and everybody's doing attacks, they're doing a lot of damage and all the targets are dying relatively quickly, but they're not dying individually quickly, which means the pressure on the tank and the rest of the team members, the incoming damage is prolonged, and that's a problem, which in that situation you kind of have to figure it out on your own. So one thing you can do, you can use focus marks just to prevent, say, warlocks from spreading dots, and you just want the warlock to dot the main target and just kill the main target, so you put the focus mark on. Or same for shadow priest, but in case for the mages, they're still probably gonna AoE. So in that case, again, exercise your other options, either toggle AoE, deny spells, or even preemptively just build differently, as in maybe bring a mage and maybe bring a warrior or a rogue, because those guys will go for the, typically speaking, well, it depends again for the list of priorities on the targeting, whatever. But let's say in my case, because I'm just spectating, they would just go for, well, it doesn't honestly even matter who they're going for, because they're going for just one target. So the one target is gonna die a lot faster. So they're going to start relieving pressure from the tank and the group. So I think you should exercise your options. And in a sense, I guess that's what I'm trying to do with the companions, is to give you more options, because if I didn't make this change and they were spreading dots when you wanted to focus fire, that would not be an option, would it? That would not be an option indeed. Cool, so now we talked about this. I also put another check for silence. So when they check to see if they can cast things, I checked for silence. You kept seeing errors in the debug window that, hey, I cannot cast this. So they were getting silent by those tutor ghosts, whatever. And they kept trying to cast things and they kept failing. And I put a check to prevent that. I mean, this is just a technical thing. I guess it saves a little bit of CPU. Then we had the problem where the Moonkin, or the druid, because I had the Moonkin druid, and he was getting stunned, and he was trying to polymorph in or out in order to break the stun, because I was lazy when so I wrote a function that when they get stunned, they check to see if they can break out. Well, not just stunned, just CC'd in general. They check to see if they can break out of it. So for example, if you fear an undead of any class, he would use Will of the Forsaken. If you stun a mage, he would, I think he can blink out of it, and he can ice block, and I think that's it. If you fear a warrior and he's in the berserker stance, he can berserker rage and that sort of thing. Except that I was kind of lazy. Well, I was lazy, but in reality, I made it kind of in a broad sense, and I just kind of pushed the proof on the accuser. I don't know how to explain this. I kind of made the core kind of figure out if they can use it. So I said, hey, is the bot CC'd? Yes. Then you core figure out if the companion can use this spell, as in they would try to break out of it. And yeah, that's what I mean that I was lazy, because I didn't put the checks myself. The reason why I did that is because I didn't think anything could go wrong. Obviously, I was wrong, and something did go wrong, because well, maybe not for the other ones, but clearly for the druid, because he would try because of other reasons, would try to leave druid form to re-enter druid form for something that he could not break out of anyway, which is a stun. He can break out of polymorphs, he can break out of roots and whatnots, but not out of stuns. So yeah, long story short, I was lazy. I wrote shit code. Well, I didn't write shit code. I just didn't write enough code. So yeah, and I still didn't do it. I just patched this one problem. And if okay, so initially I did go through all the trouble and put all the conditions in, but as I went through all the classes, I realized that first of all, it's not really explained that clearly, like how, like I don't know. I don't think all the spells kind of explain that. Hey, if you use this spell while you're being crowd control, you can actually break out of it. So a lot of this is just experience, and when I wrote that function, I kind of had to figure out on my own, like what are those effects they can break out of, and I wasn't sure if I got all of them, and I said, okay, you know what, you game figure it out, and I'm just gonna tell them to try it, basically. But clearly it wasn't the best solution. Anyway, I now told the druids to only enter, leave or enter form if they're polymorphed. And you can also argue for roots. I don't know. If we are ever in a root situation, and we may be, especially in Stratholme. Are we doing Strat? I think we're doing Stratholme. So there we go. Maybe we'll find that situation. What can happen is that they can get a Frost Nova and they could shift out and in back into bear form, and they could break that. And you know what? If it happens and they don't do it, I'll just note it down and fix that. And they probably won't do it. So I'll probably have to fix it. Anyway, and we had another issue with healing on the go, where the Moonkin was casting Rejuvenation and he was breaking out of Moonkin form, which was rather bad. And we've seen that quite a few times, so I fixed that as well. Cool. Let's do Stratholme. And I think for Stratholme, I think it's like 62, the last boss. 62, okay, so maybe like 58. Okay. Stratholme was a rather big dungeon. Let's do the bear, I guess, just to see the Frost Nova, if it impedes him and if he can break out of it, and if he doesn't, then I need to do it, that sort of thing. I would do Paladin Healer, because these guys, well, this is kind of a prime example of where Blessing of Freedom is very useful. So there's the logic for the Paladins, where when they look at the tank and they see that the tank is being slowed, and there are different types, well, there are two types of slows, let's say. There's the dispellable ones and the undispellable ones. In the dispellable case, we have things like Frostbolt. Yeah, and you can, Paladin can just cleanse that out. There's other things like Hamstring, which cannot be cleansed, but apparently if you use Blessing of Freedom, then it does work. So the Paladins should know the difference. As in, Blessing of Freedom is rather exceptional because you can only have one blessing, so you should be kind of frugal when you use that. Not to mention it has a cooldown. Whereas Cleanse is more accessible and has no cooldown. It doesn't cost as much, so the opportunity cost there is much lower. So I said use Blessing of Freedom if you really have to, but otherwise, but first at least try to dispel it the normal way. So we can, yeah, I suppose we can do it, but the problem is if I do this, then the Paladin may dispel the bear when he gets frosted, Frost Nova. So let's avoid that just so we can look at the bear. Let's get the priest. He's not very offensive, and he's also fighting undeads, which should be kind of his comfort zone. What else should we do? Well, actually, I don't know what else we should do. I would like to try the Boomkin again, because we had problems with him, but I don't like to match the classes with the same buffs, because if we get the Boomkin, then what is he gonna provide the team? He's also gonna give Gift of the Wild and Thorns, and that's not particularly exciting. I mean, you can do that or whatever you like, but this is what I think. We haven't seen a Hunter in a while, because we kept testing all sorts of things. Let's go with the Hunter. And let's go with the Warrior, because the Warrior... Actually, do we want to go with the Warrior? What else can we do? Maybe we can go with the Warrior. It's not the problem. It will be fine. Okay. Let's mark things. We're gonna do the whole entire dungeon. I don't really subscribe to the idea of doing half a dungeon. I'm not a half measure kind of person. It's all or nothing with me. So either we do... let's reset items. Either we do the whole thing where you don't do nothing. I don't understand half a dungeon. What is that? Yeah, he should kind of figure out a way down though, or teleport, but I ain't got time for that. And of course, the command on the TBC server is not a straight path, so he's trying to pathfind and he's confused. Actually, I've never been in this situation before, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay. There's a function where they have to determine that they cannot actually get to you and start teleporting. I don't want to get into details because we'll be here for long. Cool. Let me put things into order and let's just jump into it. So we are supposed to be 4 levels lower than the final boss, which I consider to be Baron Pupander, who is 62. We're 58. That's 4 levels. And yeah, we will see how this goes. I have done quite a number of Stratholmes. This is my most run dungeon on vanilla. I think I've run this like 1,000 times minimum, probably like 2,000 times. Just because every time I need to test something, I just come here because it has, well, just a little bit of everything. AoE situations, multi-target situations. It has single target situation, which is very important because some classes are better at one or the other, and by the end of it all, they have a chance of, you know, doing what they're better at, and the damage normalizes, so I can get a good idea if what they're doing works or not. I can see that the pet is going all over the place and he's growling and taunting and things and poops and supposed to kite for yeah, the group. So the pet is basically kind of like a tank. Well, he's behaving sort of like a tank. But you can see we are having a hard trouble here because I pulled 2 packs, and even on vanilla, if you pull 2 packs like this with, let's say, leveling companions or not even level 60 or anything, then you'll have a very, very hard time. Actually, the vanilla companions, like in green gear, while leveling, can barely, if at all, handle 2 packs of mobs. Probably not. And it seems like these guys cannot do it either. So at least we're consistent. And I like consistency. So cool. I'm okay with wiping here. I expected to wipe. We wiped. This is good. I would have been concerned if we hadn't wiped, but life is good. Let's teleport the hell out. Let's put this macro in here. Let's get some buffs. Yeah, the hunter is still stupid in DPS. I don't even know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we have the same hunter warrior conundrum as we've had before. So let's look at what the warrior is doing, because once again, as long as he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, you know, the fact that he's not doing the damage is rather secondary. We can also notice that his weapon is 7 levels behind. That matters quite a lot for him. We also notice that the hunter's weapon is on the level. I suppose, like, just for shits and giggles, yeah, because I say this every time and I keep forgetting or whatever. I just don't consider that important. Yeah, let's have like a 57 weapon, whatever. It's okay. Let's reset the damage and let's see if we can actually keep up a little bit more. And let's look at the rotation. That's what it boils down to. Go! Go, go, go. Let's do a pull like gentlemen because it's very important. Some classes behave better than others. For example, casters are very iffy about this. They need time to... They need their tanks to establish lots of threat. And the only way that happens is if you do a pull. That's just how the game was designed. Some people don't understand this, and they just right-click every pack of mobs, and then they blame the companions when shit don't go according to plan. And how can it go according to plan when the game is what it is, and the threat is generated in the way it's generated? And if you don't respect that, then it will not function correctly. You'll probably wipe. So we saw there the hunter, he used volley. I think I told him to use volley at around 5 targets. A lot of guys say do it at 10 targets. I just disagree because it has a 1 minute cooldown. And maybe that 1 minute seems scary to some people. It's actually a very short cooldown. You can use that volley just for every other pack of mobs, which is great. Which means you don't need to be very frugal with it, and the proof is in the pudding. Yes, I mean, when the damage is what it is, there's no need to talk too much about it. But he does wait for all the mobs to be within the radius of the AoE. I've explained that one before, for example, and I'll say it again. So let's say this is the volley circle, and let's say those are the next pack of mobs, and you see that not all the mobs fit into the circle. He will wait until all the mobs fit in within the circle, and you might say, but what if it doesn't happen? Then it doesn't happen. But you see what the bear is doing. Like, everybody's, you know, this is segregation. I think there's a better word. It's just everybody's kind of minding their own business and doing what they're supposed to be doing, which in the case of the bear, his job is to, first of all, acquire aggro, if, you know, make sure everybody's attacking him, and then split aggro evenly between the mobs, depending. I've explained this one before. It's more complicated, but I don't want to go into it again. But ultimately, the bear or all the tanks will end up collecting all the mobs into like a small blob. That's just how we'll end up playing by the logic. So when that happens, there's a very good probability that they'll all be within the circle, and that's when, if there's at least 5 of them, he'll use the poopy sen, which is fine. I've explained probably before in other videos, but you know, what else to talk about, really? Gotta talk about something, eh? So I can see the warrior, he's charging, thunderclapping, heroic strike to go into berserker stance, but oh my god, did it take him some time to do it, bro. I mean, holy shit, you see he's doing heroic strike. First of all, why is he doing heroic strike? I don't understand. He should have been, yeah, I didn't want to see a heroic strike there. I want to see a cleave. But I didn't particularly see where he charged because I was looking at the chat, so maybe I'm wrong. I think, actually, I know, I think he did correctly. I didn't see where he charged, so maybe the heroic strike is fine. Even though I kind of wanted there to be a cleave. But yeah, he then did battle shout, that's fine. Mocking blow, fine. He normally, after thunderclap, he probably would have done demoralizing shout, but we have a bear and he knows not to, because they don't stack, so he knows not to use it. Then yeah, of course, battle shout just to buffy buff. Mocking blow is fine. He's peeling for squishy targets, for fragile classes. That's fine. Like for example, for your priest or for your hunter. So he consider both of them as fragile, and he would taunt off of them, right? Well, he doesn't particularly. I don't know if he purposefully goes into the stance to do it or not. But if he's already in the stance, all the better. He'll just use it. So that's very useful because the warrior has he has plate armor, right? And the other guys have cloth. So yeah, the idea is that he will taunt off of the squishies, and then later on the tank will taunt off of out of him. But you know, he can take a hit or two, and the other guys cannot really take a hit or two. So it's better this way, and in practice it actually does seem to work pretty well. So I will allow it. This time I guess he just went straight into berserker stance, battle shout, piercing. You see he piercing howled. Look at what happened. You saw those mobs running towards I guess the hunter here, and the hunter is considered a squishy class, and he detected that, and he saw that within the radius of his piercing howl he could be doing that, and he did it, right? So he peeled for the hunter, and the hunter, well, they don't really have some logic to go away if the target is slowed, whatever, but still, this could have been you, and maybe I'll give them in the future, whatever. Let's not talk too much about that. I'm getting distracted. But you saw once the mobs, again, piercing howl, because he went for the hunter, and you see this, yes? And when they're slow, it also gives the tank some time to re-establish aggro. So I don't care that he's doing less damage. Do piercing howl, bruvs. You know what I mean? I don't care. Fuck it. Do less damage and help control this battlefield. Because the bear, you know, just because these guys are slowed by 50%, then the bear has more time to get to them and all that jazz. Again, we pulled 2 packs. I told you, even on vanilla, they cannot handle 2 packs of mobs. They just cannot. And I don't really expect them here to do it either. We are under leveled. If you came with better gear, whatever, I promise. When I did all the sets on vanilla, I ran this dungeon like 2,000 times minimum. Like 6 months, that's all I did, just run Stratholme. And I tell you, when I did the sets, I noticed very clearly and without any, it was like clockwork, you know? Again, I praise every time whomever worked on the itemization. I think they did a fantastic job, and it shows. Like whenever I went up in the gear, so for each license, they would become stronger and more capable. And you went up a license, suddenly they can handle 2 packs of mobs. You went up another license, now suddenly they can handle 2.5 packs of mobs, and so on. And it kept going up for each license. So that's a very real thing. So gear does matter, which is why I gave them shittier gear. So you can upgrade their gear. You've seen in all the videos so far, when you pick up items, they upgrade their gear. You can, when you craft items, they upgrade their gear. When you buy them from the vendor, they upgrade their gear, if they consider so, which is a very good thing. Yeah, the big guy here, he's rather resistant to taunts and whatnots, and is giving the hunter a bad time, but it's okay. They figured it out. This is not easy. I don't think it's particularly easy, but I think they should be able to handle this. The patchwork horror is very difficult. It's actually, I think it's more difficult on TPC. Just maybe because they mess with the levels, or I don't know. Normally I do this at level 60 on vanilla, so yeah, I'm kind of under leveled for what I'm used to, let's say, which is why it's okay. I want to push them and I want to see where they break, and yeah, apparently this is where they break. Is this guy healing though? Because I see the guy is dying, that's why I'm confused. Maybe we should repeat this. Yeah, let's kill them again, because I'm not sure what the guy is doing. Okay, so let's look at the warrior again. So what is he doing? Charge again, heroic strike, because yeah, there was only the patchwork horror there, so there was no AoE situation. Battle shout, thunderclap, I'm okay with this. Berserker stance, blood rage, mighty rage, perfect. That's exactly how I should do it. Then he probably they started pulling those big packs. That's why he used mighty rage and death wish. They're supposed to use this when there's probably like 5+ enemies. And then, yeah, just starting doing AoEs and whatnots. Piercing house to try to kite, but you saw that even so it didn't really make it or break it. Maybe if I had told the hunter to kite more, but you see, everybody kind of hates the kiting, which is why I didn't do it. But either way, Whirlwind, Mortal Strike, that's okay. Prioritizing Whirlwind in AoE situations. Stone Form, I guess, yeah, this is a dwarf, so there you go. There are some poisons and diseases in there, so I guess that's why he used that one. Yes, I'm okay with this. Lots of piercing house, lots of kiting, so that can explain why he's doing less DPS. It's okay. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you because it's correct. Like, if he's doing the things and is attacking the things, what can I say? Well, it is what it is. Give him a better weapon, yes? Or, you know, just use hunters, because apparently they're still king. Yeah, let's turn on debug for the priest, because I didn't see him healing in the form. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Let's find out, yes? Yeah, I mean, it looks correct, right? So renew on the tank. Again, they're only going to hot tanks. Greater heal because he needed it, but otherwise he's down ranking, as you can see. Look, he's using heal rank 3. He used heal rank 4. Rank 3 and rank 4 are pretty mana efficient, so it's not a problem. So he's doing all the correct things. Let's ignore that pack. I suppose, like, if we wanted to be a little bit more careful, we could just do some pullbacks here, because I'm rather convinced that if we pull 2 packs, it will not end up well for us. On vanilla, the neutral guys here, they don't engage in combat. I'm not sure what's the deal with that one, but yeah, the priest is taking a lot of damage. And now he's doing some Holy Novas, which are nice. I am not opposed to that. He's free to use them. Nobody needs a lot of healing, that's why he's doing it. He's doing it somewhere, I think, between 75% and 100% of the party members' health. So if nobody's below 75%, and I calculate like kind of a score comprised of how many enemies there are and how many teammates he can heal with them. I think he needs like a score of 8, so he can have 5 enemies plus 3 damaged allies, or, you know, 5 allies plus 3 enemies or more enemies, it doesn't matter, but at least a score of 8. I think there are some exceptions to that. I think like the range DPS guy does it at 5 score instead of 8. But these are details. But I'm not opposed to him using it, because obviously, first of all, he does more damage, so he contributes to the clear speed, and he also heals at the same time. And the cool part about Holy Nova, which is, I presume, why it costs more mana than you'd expect, is because it generates no threat, so he can use that to his little black heart's content, which is great. You can see he's still using it, which is good. So he's doing more of disease cleansing, which that one in particular should be kind of a low priority. So he's healing first, then he's doing some dispels. So far is correct. I have nothing to say badly about what he's doing. It's just correct. Yeah, he's wanting when he's close to me. If I were to move too far away from him, then he would just follow me. I think that may be kind of a difference from how it works on vanilla. It works better here. On vanilla, there's some issues that I'll probably correct them at some point in the future. Yes. Ha! Haha! Yes, everybody. I hope you caught that one. Yes, you saw what happened there. I told you that at some point I was debating whether or not I should give the hunter distracting shot. And I said, I think when we were doing SFK, and I said, well, I could give him distracting shot, but the problem is if he's using that like and without actually having an effect, then it's kind of pointless. So I have to write some logic where he has to calculate how much threat he has, how much threat distracting shot would generate, and you see it, he used it again, how much threat he would generate and if it's worth using. So he's gonna use it to peel for squishies, and you saw the healer was being attacked by a mob, and the hunter distracted the mob with the shot, and the mob went after the hunter. Was that beautiful or what? You're not gonna see this on any you're not even gonna see this on the Discovery Channel. Yeah, this is what I mean by attention to details. This sort of thing. Does it like this, like in the grand scheme of things, does it clear all the packs and it's like we just are invincible? No, but you know, I believe that because it exists in the realm of possibilities, there will be situations where just because he did that will save you from a wipe or will make your run smoother. So it exists in the realm of possibilities, which means if you add up enough of these details, your overall experience will improve, will it not? I would like to believe so. So I am happy that it works as such. And we can observe to see if he's gonna do it more. Oh, you saw the immediate piercing howl. As soon as he went for the hunter, the warrior reacted with the piercing howl. It cost 10 rage, so he's doing less damage. But look at it. Yes, I just like it, dude. I just like it because it gives the tank more time. It gives the hunter more time to do things. And it's just correct. When it's correct, it's correct. What can I say? I like it. It receives my seal of approval because it's correct. And if you play with people, you're probably not gonna see that, probably ever. But here you play with the companions, and yeah, they do things that are rather unexpected, but nonetheless correct and good. You see. He did it once again. That is beautiful. Just peeling for your hunter, brother. Is that cool or what? I think it's very cool. So, yes, I forgive the warrior. I'm rather a little bit disappointed by his damage, but he's, yeah, what he's doing is correct. So, what can I say? What can I do? You see the bear is spamming demoralizing shout, whatever, just to keep aggro, or he tries to, but you know, at some point what I did is that I told the bots to not wait until the target is dead, to keep swapping targets to the one that has the highest held threat by a tank. And it worked. It made them... Well, it helped the tank, let's say. It made the whole thing go a little bit smoother. But because they're not focusing down on any target, again, you have the same problem as with the AoE on the mages. It takes a long time to kill things. And all the while, your party is receiving a lot more damage as a consequence. So it's rather arguable and questionable. So I decided to keep it as it is, whereas they have to finish off a target before acquiring a new one. You see, yeah, they went for the priest, and the warrior has slowed down, piercing out the group, and the priest had a better time, the tank had a better time, and all was good. Oh, I didn't realize that the tank was dead. You see that the pet is actually trying to tank. Like the pet, if we look at the hunter rotation right now, you see that the pet is constantly growling. Yeah. So again, I love that. It's correct. It's beautiful. I love that even. They wiped here and the priest ran again, because I'm not participating in this fight, and if you are to contribute, then it will go a little bit smoother. So I know I'm biased, but I like what I see. It's correct. When it's not correct, I note it down and we fix it. Yeah, as we have for almost every video so far. But when it's correct, what can I tell you? I don't know. Maybe you can see where it's not correct and tell me. Like for example here. Here is not correct. Here is kind of a problem. And I'll explain after I press this button. Or this button. Yeah, so here you kind of have a problem, and the problem is that these maggots are critters, and you're wondering why aren't the companions just blasting them with AoE? Well, good question, because they are critters, and normally in their AoE logic I told them to ignore critters, because otherwise, let's say you had two actual mobs and a critter, and then you would say, well, does that mean there are 3 mobs now? Well, no, there are 2 mobs and a critter, so that doesn't mean you should start AoEing. Or if there's 1 mob and 2 critters, doesn't mean you should start blizzarding the place, right? So I had to, yeah, make them ignore critters for the purpose of determining if they should AoE or not. That's why they didn't AoE here, and I had to use the AoE command. That's one thing. Another thing is that there are some critters that spawn inside the wall here, which is not ideal, I would say. But that's what happens. And also, I don't think it's correct for this. I don't know if it stacks or not. Oh shit, it does stack. Well, it should definitely not stack. That's for sure. Definitely not stack. Yeah, he'll dispel me eventually. Or, okay, he's doing this and this dispels me slowly. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, I'll look into that again. More core, bizarre things, whatever's. At some point, I'll have to like start addressing the core issues, but right now, my main priority are the companions. But those should not stack, that's for sure. I don't even care if that's how it works in like retail servers. It's wrong. They should not stack. I've played enough games to know that that should not stack. It's like, that's all I can say. He's not healing. He's not healing. That's the problem here. He's not healing. You see, when the hunter is attacked like this in melee and he has no target to shoot at range, he will continue to melee. Here, if you are a part of this fight, you could have absolutely turned this around without a doubt. Yeah. What happened there is that the priest pulled aggro at the very start and he died. And whilst he was in the priest form, and I'm gonna note that down. So, priest in spirit form, not healing in combat. I'm gonna check it after the video, see what the hell is going on. Maybe something I did. I think it used to work, so maybe something that I did in the meantime. I don't know yet. We'll find out. It's possible, because yeah, I keep making changes and you know, you fix one thing and you break 10 others. It is what it is. It's a lot of code. It's a lot of many situations that it's hard to think of all the things. Yeah, you write a piece of code and you think, oh, it's gonna affect this scenario, but no, wait, it actually affected 10 other things. And maybe you think of 9 of them, which is usually the case. But I just miss sometimes 1 or 2 things. It's possible. What can I do? I did see the big guy. He may be patrolling around and we may have to fight him. But for now, let's try to handle this. You saw it, right? He used Holy Nova so long as the bear was above 75%, and once he dipped below 75%, he healed him, and now he's back at Holy Nova. Yeah, because he calculates how many enemies are within the radius. I know, 5. How many damaged teammates? I know, there were like 3, right? So that's 8. Boom, use Holy Nova. And some people misguidedly, because I talked to a lot of people over the years, they told me, oh no, never use Holy Nova, it's a waste of mana. No, you're wrong. The developers of this game usually had pretty good ideas, and they, you know, if you calculate it, right, how much damage does it deal, how much healing does it provide, what are the other benefits, you will come to you'll find a scenario, a point where it's actually worth using. It's not like, oh, it costs too much mana. Relative to what? Relative to other spells? Let's see which other spells and how much damage do the other spells do. How much mana do they cost? Okay, so how many enemies do you need to hit with Holy Nova so it's like as good as the other one? Well, I don't know, 5 plus 3 teammates to heal. Or more. Like, if you have 10 enemies, is it worth using or not? You hit 10 enemies with a low damage spell. Is that a lot of damage or not? Compared to what? Wanding or, you know, whatever, smiting. Is it more damage or not? Relative to mana spent? Yes or not? Yes, of course, yes. There's a point where, yes, it is good. On top of the fact that you don't generate aggro, on top of the fact that you heal as you have seen, and yeah, he's got 7.6% of the damage dealt in the group. And you've seen how many times we wipe at like barely winning basically, right? So again, I'm just a proponent of all the small things. I add them up together and see if they start to become a big thing. And spoiler alert, they do. As we observe in each and every single one of these videos, they do. That's why I watch them. Yeah, that's why we do this. That's why it's not particularly exciting, but it is important to do it, to see what they do. Yeah, because I could have finished this like 10 months ago. Like writing the logic, you know, took what it took in terms of time. But perfecting it and making sure that it works correctly, or better at least, you know, comes down to all this finesse puppisen. And the results, I would like to think that they speak for themselves. Again, they're gonna have to do some frost novas here, and I just, or at least they do, or at least, or kind of strange that he didn't. Normally they do. We'll see. I just want to see if the bear is gonna break out of them. What they do on the vanilla server is that if he cannot reach the target with melee because he's a bear, then he's gonna do it. But I don't know here. Here is probably not gonna do it. But I just want to see it with my eyes. Just want to see what onto damn eyes. Again, this is a wipe. Like on vanilla, what I did here would be 100% a wipe. Like no doubt about it. So I like there's almost no point in even attempting it because I know. I keep them on calm toggle again. More core weirdness. He's attacking through the things. On vanilla, he's not doing that. But yeah, yeah. He like on vanilla, he would actually path all the way around these boxes. He will not be shooting through the boxes for sure. But if I send him in there, then he's gonna get wrecked. And I'm also surprised he's not using Frost Novas, or I don't know. On vanilla they use Frost Novas pretty liberally in this area. That's why I wanted to test here with the bear. Anyway, at some point I'll look into some of the... Oh, there we go. Except that I wanted that to be on the bear, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You have one job, damn it. Yeah, I'm telling you, oh, okay, so maybe it's the Frost Elemental who does it. Okay, so the bear didn't do it. The bear got dispelled from, by someone. Maybe it was the priest who did it. But he didn't do it himself, so yeah, I'm gonna note it down. Bear, use or unshift to break out of root. Yeah, I knew they didn't do it, and I knew I had to do it, so I'll do it for next time. Oh, Jesus, this guy is really annoying. Oh, Righteous Orb, everybody. Those are the good bits. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he got dispelled by somebody. Probably If we look at the spells, it's probably the priest. Yeah. It is I, the priest, do my job. When do I get the raise? I'm surprised they're still alive, somehow. I've wiped here so many times on the vanilla server that I can't even tell you. This is for sure wipe. Until you come here with better gear, this is wipeys. If you don't pull correctly with corner pulls and whatnots, and you just let them go loose like this, baby wipes, everybody. Baby wipes. Timmy! Come here, chap. It's funny that the priest has used star shards. Cool. I guess I should maybe test a little bit more. I guess we have kind of tested the other races, poops and whatnots. Fuck, this is closed. Man, like one day I should put it on my to-do list to actually implement better GM commands. Yeah. Gonna do it the old boring way. Just need a better command for opening doors. Which would only take me like 5 minutes to implement, but I keep putting it off because I'm too lazy, I guess. Lazy developers. Look at that. Not that I'm a developer. I'm a loser with the keyboard. This is the part of the dungeon where they start to do more multi-target than AoE. Just because there are fewer enemies, there's around like 3 or so. So this is the part where you would see a shift, at least on the vanilla server. Like if you had some classes like say the hunter who does like multi-shot with 3 targets, and someone like a mage who does like giant AoEs. The mage will start out very strong, and then at this part of the dungeon, the hunter would actually catch up, which is why I like to test with Stratholme, just because it has just about all the juicy poops, and it just balances out. Notice that he jumped into Hawk whenever I did pullback, so he didn't stay in aspect of the pack, so that's pretty good. I don't know if he jumps out of all the bad situations though. I may have to think more on that one. Oh, Circle of Healing, everybody. That's a good one. You notice what happened there, right? Because this time the priest didn't dispel the bear, and the reason is because I believe, because I don't know for sure. I guess I can look in the code. I just forgot it. But the bear was already in melee range, so I think that matters as well, or at least it should. At least I know for paladins they have this check. I don't know for sure for a priest, but Yeah, he didn't do it. It just expired, and that's fine. So the pet, the hunter pet, he when he needs to kite, he kites, and when he doesn't need to kite, he'll just attack what the hunter is attacking. And his damage is probably decent. Yeah, he's doing as much damage as the priest. Look at that. Yeah, it's a decent amount of damage. Ooh, that silence arrow. Nice. Actually, let me look, as now I'm curious, because I forgot. Why did it dispel the bear as a priority? I think it may be in the priority dispel. I just said that, well, let me not speculate. Let me just find it, yes? Okay, so let's see, in the priority dispel... Yes. Yes. So, in the priority dispel, I said... okay, so priority dispel stuns, polymorph, disorients like blind, fear, charm, sleep, silence, and root, but only if it's a tank. Only if it's a tank. I didn't say the melee thing. That's only for paladins. But maybe I should. Well, yeah, yeah. Or maybe I shouldn't. I mean, overall, if the tank is rooted, he should probably not be rooted. Yeah, let's say most of the time, if your tank is rooted, yeah, should probably be unrooted as fast as possible. So it's fine like this. Yeah, I just put this up as a priority dispel, which is fine. It clearly works, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it ain't broke. It definitely works. During boss fights, the healers heal again up to 100%. So their threshold is no longer 75% like it normally is when they are fighting normal monsters. It's 100%, which means they just heal all the time. That's why I don't see them attacking. Which, you know, is fine because it's usually demanding. Even though you could argue like a giant pack of mobs is also demanding, so maybe they should also fully heal when you're fighting like 10 plus mobs. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Well, I thought about that and I still decided to do it like this. I don't know. It's very arguable, as it is with many things. Mostly I care about the bosses, and I can distinguish between dungeon bosses and raid bosses, so maybe I should only reserve that for raid bosses. Actually, I can do it right now while we're talking. Let me look at it. Yeah, I said if the boss is attacking group, except that I didn't specify which boss. So maybe I should specify, except that I cannot change it. I can't make this change while live. I have to, but I'm gonna change this. Yeah, let me do some work, because the more work I do now, the less homework I have, so that's fine. Okay, so I need type here, and I need type there. Do we want to go to Balnazar first? I'm not sure. Let's do it, I guess. Bazalan, what is this guy's name? I still don't know after killing him like 1,000 times. Not important, I guess. Alright, so I made the change only for the priest so far, but it's going to require a server restart. I cannot do it right now because I had to change some structures. So yeah, we'll have to wait, but the idea is only even against dungeon bosses, they should still attack. They should wow, can they handle this? You saw it. Yeah, nice. Definitely need to kill this battle mage. Yeah, priest went dead. He went dead and he's not healing. Yeah, he's not healing, everybody. That is something to fix. I'll look into it. Yeah, you saw the pet keep trying to growl and he actually pulled aggro off the hunter. Good shit. Good job, hunter. And good job, pet. Oh, he healed the pet. Nice. Good job. I like it. Awesome. Well, I'll have to look into that priest, but otherwise it went better than I expected because I wiped in this very spot so many times on Vanilla. So many times. So many times. So I'm pleasantly surprised that I managed to do it. Okay, so what I was saying before is that yeah, I want the healers to heal on the threshold, as in like 100%. No. Oh, there's gonna be a wipe. Yep. Big fucking wipe. I wiped on that one many times as well. So I want them to heal on the threshold only when fighting actual raid bosses, not when fighting dungeon bosses, because as we've seen time and time again, they're not particularly, well, they are dangerous, but not necessarily too crazy, so they can certainly pitch in a little bit with the damage. And we have seen, at least in what's his face. Okay, everybody stay here. Okay, now go. As we've seen in Scarlet Monastery, there are certain bosses where it's actually a good idea to pitch in a little bit more damage. Like the one mage guy who just blasts your ass. Alright, let's pull back, having learned the lesson, and just be a bit safe. Oh, really? Yeah, well, let's try to get this guy dead, if we still can. Wow. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you do have to keep an eye on the hunter. I mean, he's doing a great job, but don't fully trust him, you know, if you know what's good for you. Yeah, not much to say now. It is what it is. Well, I guess while they're doing this, I can go tell the other healers to also do this, make this change that I just did now. Let's see, Paladin. All right, there you go. go, boys! You do see that the warrior has applied Sunders. Again, more benefit for the hunter, but it's very important to do it. What can you do, bruvs? The warriors are just team players like that. That's how I like it. I like team playing. Now I gotta kill all these guys, but I just don't feel like it. It's a waste of time. Or, you know, for this particular test, it's not important. Gift of the Elven Magi. Nice. That's a good dagger. It's a nice caster dagger. Nope, 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 no. Where are you going? Where are you going? Come back. Surprised she didn't aggro the guys downstairs.
Attack this one.
Attack this one! Is the bad man. Oh, they have a priest? Get him, boys. Attack that one, boys! With vigor, lads, with vigor. Oh, they have priests. Never mind. Belay that order. Change course. Intercept. With max prejudice. Yeah, the mob is immune now, so that's why they're waiting. They have nothing else to attack, there's no point. Pretty cool, eh? And you saw that stun dispel right away? Pretty damn cool, if I say so myself, yes. Very good stuff. Very, very good. Very, very good, yes. Could have been worse, but it's good. Thank you. Okay. I guess I could add another cross focus marker. It's gonna be cross. So first they're gonna go attack this and then that in that order. The order that matters. Oh no! Not that bug. Yeah, there's a movement bug where that happens when a player gets stunned, or not stunned, CC'd or something, like polymorphed or crowd controlled or mind controlled or whatever, and then the companions CC him, then there's like a movement issue where they don't move anymore. It's kind of, I don't know, something is badly overridden or something. Again, movement stuff, it's crazy. It ate my livers, man. Still does and still will. And of course the priest doesn't move anymore, and you cannot really fix this. Either he dies to fix it or he teleports. Of course, you don't really have those options as a player necessarily, unless you go out of the dungeon, but yeah. So I have to figure out a fix for that. I haven't yet. I tried, but again, movement stuff, different part of the core, very complicated. But maybe at some point I will figure it out. You see that it's not just the bear who's demoralizing, it's also the warrior. So whenever he gets a chance, he throws one in there. Ooh, Shadowcraft. That's neat. Alright. Well, I think I've personally seen all there is to see in this dungeon as far as testing is concerned, but for shits and giggles, let's do the other part as well. Even though I'm doubtful I'll find other issues. But we're gonna do it anyway, bruvs. Why not? We've already done it a million times. What's a million one? What's wrong with that? We do it a million one times. Hey. Well, that's gonna be tricky. Though I do appreciate those Holy Novas. Look at this. Look at the heal, right? Look at that. You see it, right? The heal and the damage. How many are there? Like 7 of them at least, or 8. There were at least 8. So, yeah, just awesome. I like it. And now he's single target healing the bear. Boom. Good shit, everybody. Ha ha. Nice. Nice peeling. Ah, you saw it. You saw the distracting shot. Nice. I love that stuff. Yeah, because I mean the hunter can feign death. He can freezing trap. He's got options. Take something off of the plate. Oh, Mask of the Unforgiven. Sweet. Very cool. You know, it was a pain in the ass to write all these custom, let's say, extra poopy sense, like figure out if you can distract and all that jazz. But I'm glad I did, because I like seeing it. I like seeing this teamwork. And when they succeed in winning in one of these big packs of mobs, it's cool to watch. And if they fail, and if they do everything correctly and they fail, I have zero like issues with it. Like I'm super okay. Like they can fail all day every day as long as they do what they're supposed to be doing, or at least what I consider that they're supposed to be doing. Boom, I told you, he's gonna wait until there are 5 enemies, and when they're all grouped up together, and when the target is staying in place, and he's gonna do the poops. And he did. I think the hunter plays very well. My only concern is that he's actually playing correctly, like fairly correctly. If he's like legitimately playing this good and he's doing legitimately this damage, I have nothing but respect. But it clearly buffed the hunters. I'm just hoping I didn't somehow like cheat them or anything. So they're like legitimately just doing that damage. It is what it is. Yeah, because they're. We can look at his rotation. I guess we looked at the priest enough. Yeah, I mean he's waiting for all the poops, and I wrote in the code for him to wait for auto attacks, and he's calculating all sorts of shit and whatever. I just hope that it's correct, and it should be. But yeah, I guess you never really know. Ah, I'm joking. What do you mean you really know? Of course you know. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Oh, he feigned death. You see that he's not wasting time going back. He was dead zoned by these guys up front, but he could still attack the guys in the back. So he just shot those instead of running back. So I like that. I like that very much. That's very difficult to do even as a player, because I played some hunter myself, and I would know. And looks like he picks some aggro here. Yeah, you see him doing melee attacks when he's being attacked. So if he's being attacked by the thing he's attacking, yeah, he's not trying to kite endlessly or pointlessly. He's just gonna melee attack until someone relieves him, basically. Or if the target is, I think CC'd or something like that. I don't remember exactly, because again, I keep changing things all the time. And I went back and forth, and this has been a topic for years with the hunter. It's not like, yeah, I had to work a lot on their movement and all that stuff, even on vanilla. Okay, we're gonna skip a lot of this. Yeah, just we've seen it before, and I'm honestly getting bored. We can even skip the money, whatever. I don't care. I've just done this so many times that, yeah, what can I tell you? It's not particularly exciting. You can see in the log that the pet is also saying what he's using. You can see scorpion poison. We can track it here. Cool. Death grips. Alright, let's skip Perino some of this. But we're gonna loot this because it's kind of on the path, and if I don't, then we're not gonna get the correct result here. We've already made a ton of money, by the way. Yeah, Stratholme is goated for being one of the best farming dungeons. Yeah. I mean, look out at the righteous orbs. The righteous orbs themselves basically pay for the whole thing. And if you sell it on the marketer, then yeah, you get even more. So, man, fuck. I don't look forward to this zone. It's not my favorite. Gotta pull carefully here. So you got these guys, you got the gargoyles who are annoying. You got the spoopy crypt guardian spider things who are annoying. Everything in here is annoying. Even this little thing is annoying. The boss is actually, it's good that we do this because I wanted to test Anastasia anyway. Because normally when you get mind control, the companions don't attack you for obvious reasons. Except that here you have to get attacked, otherwise yeah, you're gonna get fucked. So yeah, this like unique exception. So I want to see if it works. Fucking webs. Fucking spiders. These guys remind me of like spiders from Warcraft 3 or something. It's probably the same creature. Look at how ugly this creature is. Jesus Christ. Like some spider had sex with your mom, and this is the result. You see that he is growling quite often, and he needs to growl rather often because growl is not a taunt, it's adding threat, and it's not adding too much, like 600 or something, which is very little, especially, I mean, it doesn't scale with anything, right? So maybe it seems like a lot now, so maybe you're not doing 600 damage on your characters, not accounting for any other threat multipliers. But when you start to get geared up, 600 is like nothing. So yeah, good luck holding the aggro from a hunter who's got some raid gear on if you're not spamming that all day every day, which is why they gotta do it. But they don't do it against raid bosses, for example, so it's not like they just mindlessly do it. They have some logic. I wrote logic to the pet abilities just like I did for the companions, so they have like actual full logic to the thing. Ah, god damn, I hate damn gargoyles. Jesus Christ. I think we're gonna skip up after this pack. I just don't want to spend 45 minutes in here. Which is exactly what it's gonna... You see this timer? It's not a joke when you're like under geared. It's actually gonna take you that long. Yeah, I don't want to spend 45 minutes here. It's more fun when you come here with better gear, because you can kind of give them the middle finger for all the times they made you struggle, but it's not so great with shitty gear. Under-leveled. So we're gonna skip. I don't care. We proved you killed the rest of them in the same way. It's nothing special. Like the way you kill the first pack is the way you kill all the other pack. You wait for the gargoyles. You bait the gargoyles because those are gonna fear you. You pull them back. Use pullback, and that's it. Like that's all it takes. And it's yeah. You just gotta repeat that for every pack. Am I gonna loot this? Yeah. I don't know. Whatever, man. Let's kill the damn boss. Shoot the guy in the face. I don't care if it's a woman. It's a guy anyway. All the monsters are guys until you see a picture of them. Old internet joke. You're probably too young to know it. Okay, are they attacking the oh, Jesus Christ. You got another gargoyle? Come on, man. Give me a break. I just wanted to see the ghost. Oh, we killed the damn ghost? Jesus. Come on, man. All right, let's can I respond this boss? Please? Thank you. Goddamn gargoyles. Let's go, boys. Aha. Yes, they are attacking. Good, good. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. Okay, it works. Kill the boss. I don't care. I just wanted to see that part. We're gonna kill the guys. Wait, what? Is it because I revived her? Is that what's happening? Ah, come on, man. This should have been open. It's because I revived her, isn't it? God damn. Wait, can I, yeah, shit. It's gob near, gob activate. Oh my god. 3290021. There you go. GM powers, bros. What you gonna do about it? Except that I need better GM powers. Those are not okay. I'll say it every video, and if I complain about it long enough, maybe it'll just materialize on its own without me actually having to do the work. How about that, everybody? Have you ever thought about it? You just complain and shit gets done, and you don't have to do nothing about it. How about that? Yes. Let's make that happen somehow. Alright, we don't need to loot anything. Oh Jesus, we already have like more gold than all the other dungeons combined. Much money. No wonder people in TPC still farm this dungeon. It's crazy. Everything just drops gold here. Do I care about this boss? It's kind of annoying, but it's not really a problem. Let me just clear the ads, especially the goyles. Alright, let's handle the boss at least.
Attack this one. Alright, let's focus things down, please. Everybody's kind of running around like a headless chicken. Kill that guy and kill this guy. And then we're gonna kill this guy. Told you, this boss is annoying. Now kill this guy and then kill the boss. Good job, nerds.
Ah, come on, man. I'm just minding my own business, looting. He's like, no, denied. All right, everybody stay put. Need to go loot. It's almost, I don't know, kind of irrelevant to loot this dungeon just because it's obviously the best. And it's, it's the word escapes me. It's an outlier, right? So I can't draw any conclusions from this because this is just obviously the best. The best vanilla has to offer. I don't want to deal with the rats, just use the ZAOE command, which probably needs some more work as well. Okay, skip, 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 skip. This boss is not a big deal. Why does this name Nerubenkan remind me of something? Is that like a heroic character from Warcraft 3 or something? It seems very familiar. The name rings a bell, you could say. Cool. Wow, we're getting so many good items. Look at that. Cool. Let's go kill a bunch of fat guys and we're just gonna skip, skip, skip. Wait. Is someone... Uh-huh. No, don't care. Skip, skip. We've seen it all before. There's nothing else to see here. Let's kill a bunch of fat guys. Wow, this guy has 61. Come on, man. Definitely don't find multiple of them. Attack this one. Hit the bad guy. Shoot them in the face. Yes. Very much shoot. Very much wow. Yeah. Yeah. They take a while to kill them. I don't care. We're gonna kill this one. Kill the rest of them. Skip, skip. We're gonna wait for the big pools because those are the ones I care about. Nothing else. This is skip, skip. Skip, 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 bye, bye. Cool, cool. Bring the big boys. Rammstein! Is that you? Du hast. Go. Let me put the healer here. Because I got shit to do. Ah, come on, man. Fucking slimes. Oh, fuck. I sent the slimes on the group. God damn it. Can they handle this? It's not the worst slimes. They're fine. Let's go. Skip, 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 skip. No, let me skip, skip. Wow, Band of Flesh, look at that. Let's go. Wow, that on vanilla server they don't just rush at you like this. Kind of surprising. Okay, everybody piled up. Big AoE time. Big skip skip. Sweet. I just wanted to see if they're still weak. Confirm they're still weak. Empathetic. Now is the part that really I care about. I don't know. On vanilla is like terrible. Like this part is terrible. Give me like moon. I have moon. Give me a star. I don't even know if I guess I have one priest. And that's about it. I guess I could ask the hunter to drop a frost trap. Mabes. Skip, skip. Hello. Open the door, please. No? Hello? Really? Open the door? Is there like time? Do I have to wait time? Ah, fuck. Mordor, I have arrived. Okay. Skip, skip, skip. No, we're not skipping these guys. Pull. Oh, they're not as strong. Or maybe, let me not jinx it. Okay, go. Go, go. Shit. Nah. Yeah, I want stun. Why is no stun going out? These are undead. What's the problem? What's the hold up? Yes, good job. Finally, you found the button. Well, he did bash this one, so he gets half a point for doing something right. Okay, it's fine. It's probably easier than on vanilla. Yeah, having a priest definitely helped. Cool. That's what I came here for. Just for this very moment, boys. Yeah, we got it done. Good job. Very good. Kudasai. Very impressed. Very much wow. Okay. Everybody come toggle. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't do nothing. If I don't approve it, it's wrong. Fuck. Stay. Much stay. Attack the boss and heal, please. And heal. Do both things at the same time. Multitask. It's kind of annoying that I suck up healing here. I have to move like the bear on the other side because this guy is like cleaving and shit. Did I say I moved the bear? I say I moved the bear, man. Okay, move the bear. Okay, let the bear go. Because the bear is like going crazy. And I'm also getting cleaved, so that's not great. Okay, never mind. Bring the bear back, because yeah, he's annoying. Ah, oh, come on. Okay, great job. I'm going. Oh, Jesus, I think we cannot do this. Too hard, man. We may just... Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, plan B. Okay, let's try plan B. Plan A was chicken shit. Arrive on my minions. I summon thee. Attack him. Oof. Can everybody who's not a tank, can you please like move your ass? And now okay, back to normal. I think it's a better idea, but fuck. No damage, man. I don't think I have enough damage. That's the problem. Not enough damages. Yeah. Yeah. Normally, yeah, I just AoE harder here, and I bring some explosives. So, yeah, this is not easy. It's not easy on vanilla, and it's definitely not easy here either. Normally, if you come here with better gear and you just AoE the shit out of them, like as soon as the skeletons appear, you just, like, yeah, throw bombs here, throw AoEs, have some arcane explosions, whatever's, right? Just blast them all together. But, yeah. It's okay. He healed up again. Well, I concede to you, sir. You are very strong. Much wow. I am impressed. I will call it quits. So we cannot do it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you... I don't know. Bring more AoE. And... yeah. A higher level. I don't know. It's, yeah. Well, the dungeon is very profitable. You also expect it to be easy? Come on, man. Can't have your cake and eat it too. I concede that the guy is too strong, and which I knew he would be. Okay, so we made a staggering amount of 46 gold. This is like twice as good as Solomon's, but it was also much harder.
How are you?
And if we are to sell the thingy poops, we're probably like 100. I don't know. If you sell these on the marketer, obviously you make even more, which is why for the longest time it pissed me off when people told me, oh, I cannot make money. Oh, I'm so poor. Well, it's like, yeah, you do the living side. Yeah. Oh, okay. I sold the big monies, right? The righteous orbs, and you double that. You sell that to the marketer for double. Yeah. And yeah, you just paid for everything you want. I don't know. Much money. Yeah, we made 147. Jesus. That's like 50% better than Solomon's. Pretty good, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Have Have a good one.
Farm up some levels. I mean, we did 33%. Yeah, whatever. Run the living side like 10 times, get a bunch of levels, and then don't go to the undead side. Yeah, when you're like 60. Yeah, and if you like get a little bit better gear, obviously I didn't participate in the fight. Throw some bombs, bring consumables, and you're gonna be able to fight that guy. And bring some AoE, in my opinion. Cool. What is there? I have a couple of things on my to-do list. I'll work them out for the next video. Thanks for watching.